Hi, welcome back. Today I'm delighted to be interviewing the chairman of Coventry Golf Club, Peter Holt. Good afternoon, Peter.
Good afternoon, Greg.
Right, straight into the quickfire. How long have you played golf for?
This is my 61st year. Started in 1960 at Hersal Golf Club.
At Hersal, and when did you join Coventry?
64
64. And your current handicap?
is 6.1 is the index number.
So what's the lowest you've been?
I was scratch in the early 70s through to the mid 70s, then got married and started moving, but not very quickly.
So obviously played to a pretty high standard in your time.
Yeah.
What's your proudest golfing achievement?
It's probably more recent actually, because I qualified for the England Golf Captains event down at the Isle of Purbeck, 2-round competition, and actually won it,
Fantastic.
which surprised me, and I think quite a few other people as well.
Very good. And any other achievements, club or county level?
Probably county level, well, I've captained the boys, the youths, the first team, the second team of the county, and in the early noughties was captain of the Midlands as well.
Fantastic.
So put a lot of time, effort into county and Midlands golf.
Any notable scouts on your team golf?
Yes. First county match ever was against one young Sandy Lyle, and I beat him on the 18th one up, having been 4 up at the turn.
Fantastic.
But at the time, he was only 13 years old.
Okay, and the big question, how many holes in one have you had?
I've had 5.
5. Any big ones?
Well, no, one was the second one was at Moseley in a county match, and I was playing one Michael Lunt at the time, who was Walker Cup captain. And the recent was the first week back after the last lockdown on our 5th hole.
Excellent, excellent. And with no disrespect, you won't be representing the juniors anytime soon, but do you have any golfing ambitions left?
I've got just a couple. I've won board trophies since the 60s in every decade, and I would love to win one in the 20th to make it the 7th decade.
Fantastic.
And I think the other thing, which I suppose we all have an ambition to achieve, is to beat my age. But I think that's a little way off yet.
And in your professional life, what do you do for a living?
I'm a chartered surveyor, based mainly commercial and industrial property consultant.
Fantastic. And so you're obviously involved with the board at Coventry Golf Club. What made you want to become the chairman?
Well, when it was offered around, I stayed away, and then a week before we still hadn't got anybody put their name forward as chairman, and 6 or 7 days before, my wife Jenny was talking to my son Nick. They said, "Why haven't you applied as chairman? They still haven't got one. You really should be doing that. Your experience at the club and around the golf world is something that probably is not second to none, but it's close to that." I had a word with Pat Murphy, the captain at the time, on the Friday, and that's history.
And you've obviously been involved in golf for a long time at a high level. Have you been involved in any other areas of governance within golf?
Yes, I've had a lot of involvement with Warwickshire, a certain amount with the Midlands, but specifically I was invited to join the handicap and scratch golf handicap committee at the England Golf Union by John Flanders in 1990. Became a Warwickshire voting member in the late 90s. In the early noughties, became a member of the marketing and sponsorship committee, and then was invited to join the property boards in 2006, and I've been on those boards ever since, and became chairman in 2016.
Excellent. And what are your favourite golf courses that you've been to on your travels?
I'd probably split that into 4. My favourite, I think, is Port Royal Porthcawl in South Wales, which I think is a great golf course, a bit of links, a bit of heathland, a bit of everything. I think it's a super golf course. Otherwise, links would be Muirfield. Inland in England is Woodall Spa, and if you go abroad, then by far my favourite in terms of condition and quality of golf course was Villa d'Este, which is just outside Como in North Italy. And the golf 10-15 years ago, we went a couple of times, was extremely good value, and the golf courses were just fantastic.
Very good. Red or white wine?
Red, please.
A little bit later if we can. And ambitions for Coventry Golf Club?
Ambitions for Coventry Golf Club? Well, principally, we're in the process of putting together strategic plans. We're trying to put that together for the rest of this year, 3 years, 5 years, and a 10-year plan. I want to leave it in a much better place than we started. So hopefully we can have something together which can be worked on by future boards and members, and we've got something that we really want in place for the next 100 years.
Fantastic. Peter Holt, thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg.